Hi, darling.
Hello.
How was the journey?
A relaxing flight, even if I didn't rest much.
Martin?
I was hoping to find out more.
I'm sorry, darling. When you finish this job, let's go on a wonderful journey and just relax.
Yes, let's. Let me tell you all about it.
Martin, make it short. I have to go and see Antonella and Max. You know they finally got married. Why don't you come with me?
I'd rather not. Their problems are just beginning. I'm thinking about my own problems. I was telling you, Diana. So that's what I told him. Now I'll see if I can manage.
Martin, I'm terribly late. Let's finish when I get back, okay? Sorry, darling.
Well, I suppose I could have been more concise and cut out the bit about when I chased a monkey in the jungle because it had stolen my pineapple juice.
Martin, at last. I tried to call you on your mobile, at home, and goodness knows where else. Where the hell were you? Is there anything new for me?
I could ask you the same question. Any news for me?
No, all we have is a confirmation that the cause of death was a short-range shot from a firearm. The distance was probably 1.5 meters, maybe 2. The dilated pupils and the residue of blood confirm that prior to death, Professor Eulenberg was very upset by something.
Was he frightened?
Yes, he must have seen his killer.
Where's the body?
His corpse has been taken to the mortuary.
I think so.
It was a professional job.
Have forensics found anything new?
No traces at all were found after the professor's death. The killer must have come back to finish the job.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. Last night, Professor Eulenberg's room was ransacked, whilst our men were guarding the villa. And not a single clue yet. I'm beginning to think it was ghosts.
Was anything taken?
Wouldn't think so, looking at the inventory. But we are still checking the last findings. What are you thinking, Martin?
Oh, nothing. I don't think it was death by natural causes. Think about it. The house is a real treasure trove, and nothing's been taken. Twice, if what you say is true. Professor Eulenberg was a very busy man, involved in some of the most important research projects. They were looking for something, and maybe they'd already found it. How did the interview with the housekeeper go?
Just as we had expected. So, nothing new, yes. Lately, the professor was worried and thoughtful. In fact, he was distracted. He worked very hard and thought little of himself. Madame Eleanor also says it was his normal behavior when he was stressed and had a lot of work to do.
Did the lady know what the professor was working on? Any idea at all? Any impressions?
No, the professor never talked about work. Let's talk again when the shock blows over.
Is Eleanor still here at the villa?
No, one of our men stood guard for her during the night, and early in the morning we called a taxi. She went to her sister's for a few days.
No news, I'm afraid.
If you find anything, let me know.
Don't worry about that. Can I have a look round?
Go ahead, old friend. Have a good look around. We've already checked the whole house and turned it upside down.
This is really very curious. The picture of purgatory was in the study. All there are pictures representing the afterlife. Life after death. Hell, purgatory, paradise. Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy. The professor's magnetic pass. There's the logo of the museum on it. Donovan Culture and Science. What a disaster. Looks a bit like my room. Before Diana started tidying up my life. Nearly. My socks never used to stay inside the drawers long. They were mostly lying all over the house. A black sock. I'll try not to mix it up with the blue ones as usual. A white page from a notebook. I can see some pen or pencil marks on it. Someone wrote on a sheet of paper that was on top of this one. Let's see if I can make the writing appear. The address of Erica Wallace's office. She works at the Donovan Culture and Science Museum, where the professor worked. It says Erica Wallace. The letter is unfinished. The address of the museum is on the back. Donovan Culture and Science. Let's have a look. An old American coin. I guess it dates back to the early 1900s. The door's closed. Looks like the door has been opened.
I've never seen you here at the museum. What are you doing in this area?
It's a bit too crowded round here these days. Hello. Please excuse the unannounced intrusion. I'm Professor Martin Mystère. Martin Mystère. You must be Erica Wallace, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
You must have heard of Professor Eulenberg's death. It's in all the newspapers.
Yes, I know everything. But what are you doing here? What do you want? How did you get in?
I was telling you. I work with the New York police. I'm investigating the death of the professor. I only wanted to ask you a few questions.
Yes, go ahead.
Am I right in thinking you knew the professor quite well?
Yes. I knew him. Why? Why do you want to know? I haven't done anything. I was very fond of him. No, it should never have...
Erica, Please calm down. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm trying to understand what happened to Professor Eulenberg. I'm sure you'd like some answers too. Wouldn't you like to shed light on what happened? Are you concerned at all?
Yes, of course I'd like to know. You are very intriguing. Your eyes are like the desert, open and clear, yet hiding mysteries that no one will ever solve. Those were the first words the professor said to me.
How strange.
We were at a dinner with the MIT group and people from the Donovan Museum. We all had a wonderful evening. There were many famous scientists. That sentence stuck in my mind. Even I have to admit that I didn't understand it very well.
Right. This is promising.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Please go on.
That evening, the professor was very kind to me. After that, we kept in touch. We became good friends. That's it, really.
What kind of relationship did you have with the professor?
Well, friendly. What do you think? He was a very lonely man. Over the years, we became friends. We told each other everything. Right, I was extremely fond of him. Yes, he was strange and eccentric, but a good man.
I understand. What do you do in this office?
Without me, the museum would be in very big trouble.
Why do you say that?
I do the filing and look after the archives. I stack the shelves with new books that arrive and store other texts downstairs in the archives. I sort out returned books and deal with research institutes and universities. I sort everything out by class, chronology and type.
Okay, you've been very clear. Do you know what he was working on?
No, I can't tell you what he was working on. All right, I don't know if I can help you.
Just tell me everything you know. Any information you give me could be very useful.
One afternoon, as I was having tea, I heard him talking on the phone and saying he had to take something to New York. The next time we saw each other, he was very absent-minded and thoughtful. How strange. He never talked about work much when he was relaxing.
Nothing on the professor's last job?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Okay. Had the professor ever been to Mexico?
Let me think. He travelled a lot. Yes, he'd been to Mexico quite a few times. Or perhaps I'm mistaken. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly.
Do you know if he heard from Professor Alexander?
Ah, yes! Alexander! A very amusing chap.
I'm not so sure about that.
What?
No, nothing.
Lately, there were stories of Alexander going to Eulenberg's house to work on some of their joint research projects. I don't know what.
How long had it been since Eulenberg came to New York?
I don't know. I haven't seen him for a while. After the last time you met. It was understandable.
Why? What happened?
There was a very heated discussion. I don't know why. I was in the kitchen and I heard Alexander raising his voice. I stood outside the studio door. I wasn't quick enough to see what was happening. Alexander stormed out in a fury through the library. He just smiled at me and left.
How did you get the necklace you have round your neck?
Oh no, I really shouldn't show you it.
Huh?
But I can see you're already looking at it. So?
Sorry, I don't follow.
It's a secret. A pact.
Huh?
I didn't think anyone had noticed it. Well, most people don't notice much.
If it's a compliment, thank you very much.
I was saying, it's an antique amulet someone gave me. Let's hope it brings me luck.
What do you mean by a pact?
Well, this is tricky. I shouldn't have said anything. But I can see you're already looking at it.
Erica, trust me. Any detail is very important. I think this medallion is not something he could have bought.
Yes, it it was a present.
From Eulenberg?
Yes, he gave it to me one evening. He was upset, but I didn't ask him why. I thought it was some problem at work if he didn't want to talk. I didn't want to press him on the matter. He told me to look after it and not to tell anyone about it. I hope I haven't betrayed his confidence.
Don't worry, you haven't.
He told me not to talk about it at all. I was so surprised I didn't ask any questions. It must be very precious.
It must be, Erica. It's a significant piece of history. Very valuable. Aztec. Thanks for the information.
It's been a pleasure. I hope you discover the truth.
A good model, functional and strong. Right. I'm sure he saw my number and decided not to answer. Barney?
So, Martin, you haven't kicked the bucket yet.
Perhaps you could rephrase that.
That's not diplomatic, but that's okay. It's not what you say that's important, but the intention behind it that counts.
Barney, you're a poet.
Everyone's a poet, if they count to 10 before speaking.
How are you, my wise old friend?
Life goes on. What about you? You seem very busy. The newspapers are full of stories about you and the police, looking for Eulenberg's murderer.
Well, that journalist, yes. Hate. Jenna Hate. Must have written something, right? Suppositions. Only ideas for now.
Did you need anything?
What else do the papers say?
The usual headlines. The police are investigating, but it looks as if they haven't come up with anything yet.
I know. Any news?
Yes. I don't know if I've already told you. I have some tickets for the Blue Rose. Some PR people asked me to sell them. Would you like one, Martin?
Why not?
Here you are. Listen. Why don't we swap, like in the old days? Do you remember in the good old days?
Hey, are you telling tales?
No, Martin. I lent you a book. Do you think I could have it back?
Really? I can't remember.
It was a long time ago. I can't even remember what it's about. Let's see. I think it was a collection of short stories.
Okay, Barney. You're a real culture vulture. You've proved it. I'll do my best.
I know you will. Have a great time at the Blue Rose.
Thank you, Barney. Speak to you soon.
See you soon, Martin. by a million Egyptian cockroaches. I'd forgotten how great this book was. My father used to read these stories to me at night in bed. Thanks, Martin. Here's your ticket. It's getting late. I'll close in a few minutes.